हाय माय नेम इज़ उमर कुरैशी और हम सब जानते हैं कि सब लोग ज़िंदगी में बहुत कुछ बेवकूफ़ियाँ करते हैं। बड़े बड़े स्टार्स भी करते हैं, हम जर्नलिस्ट भी करते हैं बेवकूफ़ियाँ। तो आज हम बात करेंगे बेवकूफ़ियाँ की, जो एक नई फिल्म है यशराज स्टूडियोज से, विद सोनम कपूर एंड आयुष्मान खुराना। वेलकम गाइस।
Thank you so much.
या Sonam, you wore a bikini for the first time in the movie.
Yes.
Like, did you have any reservations initially?
Well, I wore a bikini under a sari and I hate love story.
You were wearing clothes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the big deal is. It was a fun... I was happy that I'm looking nice.
And no complaints from the family?
No, my family doesn't think like that. It's like very weird because everybody's like, so what did your father think? I was like, I don't know what he thought. He never said anything to me. It's like the most like inappropriate question to ask someone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. You should ask him.
When I got married, I had 10,000 rupees in my bank. So yeah, it's almost the same story.
So,
Yeah,
that's the making of a beautiful love story.
that's like making of another Anil Kapoor. You realize that?
What's the biggest बेवकूफ़ी that you guys have done? Is it
In life?
working with each other?
I think being an actor is the biggest बेवकूफ़ी.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
मतलब इतना मुश्किल होता है coming from the industry. मतलब चंडीगढ़ से यहाँ पे बॉम्बे में आ गया, and suddenly you don't realize they are frills of the industry.
Right.
Like people judge you, people
Yeah.
will hail you and then
Yeah.
throw stones at you. So I think ये industry का एक rule होता है, and you have to be like a Zen master to really experience that or maybe go through that. तो actor बनना, जो भी actor बनना चाहते हैं सारे, उनको 10 बार सोच लेना चाहिए.
So when you said that you've been stoned, that's what you meant, that people have thrown stones at you, right?
Not at all, not at all.
Okay, so you've not been stoned literally.
No.
What do you think,
Oh my
Sonam?
God.
About being an actor.
Yeah.
I decided to be an actor when I was like 21 years old. Because I got like Savaria, right? And at that time, I had just finished 12th and I'd become an assistant director. And it was just, it wasn't, I don't think it was Bewakoofiyaan that I did, but it was something that was obviously a risk.
Yeah.
Even though I was like Anil Kapoor's daughter, and obviously there comes a lot of privileges with that, but it was a risk still. Because when you put yourself out there, on a public platform, there people are going to judge you and say things about you and say things to you which you have to take. So that is something that's difficult.
Yeah. Sonam, you wore a bikini for the first time in the movie.
Yes.
Like, did you have any reservations initially?
Well, I wore a bikini under a sari and I hate love stories, so it's not the first time.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But no, I did wear I wore like 4 bikinis under like 4 different colored saris because you know that was like the filmy thing to do. So there was a song in I hate love stories called Satka Kiya.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, this is a bad joke. But yeah, this is the first time I'm wearing bikini bottoms with a bikini top. But yeah, so it was fun. It was like wearing clothes.
You were wearing clothes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the big deal is. It was a fun experience. We shot for like 2 hours in it. And I looked good. I was happy that I'm looking nice.
And no complaints from the family?
No, my family doesn't think like that. I
Yeah.
wish that, you know, it's like very weird because everybody's like, so what did your father think?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what he thought. He never said anything to me. It's like the most like inappropriate question to ask someone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. You should ask him.
Is this based on a real life incident?
Something that's very relevant. Yes, it is very real. But these characters and these stories are fiction.
Yeah.
It's all fictitious, yeah. But it's inspired by real life, like inspired by what happens to people
Around us, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You playing an airline employee who loses his job
That's right.
because of a recession.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me a little about that.
Yeah, I'm playing this guy called Mohit Chadha in the film, affected by recession. He's ambitious, he's young, he's ambitious in love and also in profession. And he's in love with this girl called Myra Sehgal who's earning more than him. And eventually loses the job. And of course, they want to marry each other. And he wants to impress the girl's father, played by Rishi Kapoor, who's a grumpy, cute dad in the film. And I think these two tracks are brilliantly juxtaposed. You know, this romantic track with Sonam and this comic track with Mr. Rishi Kapoor.
Yeah.
So I think this Bewakoofiyaan will really people will find it intriguing.
Yeah. You lose the wife as well. You lose the girl as well when you lose the job.
You have to see the film for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. In fact, that's the arc of the film. You have
Yeah,
to really
yeah.
see the film for that.
Suppose you have to pick between love and career, what would you pick?
I think this is the constant debate in the film, and I'll go with love for sure. In fact, if you have love in your life, then I think I think it's directly proportional.
Yeah.
And most of I think especially men, if they're not doing well personally, they don't get the drive to do well in professional front, and vice versa. So I think I'll go with love for sure.
That's very well said, yeah. I'll keep that in mind also.
You know what my answer is going to be?
What?
It's always going to be love. Yeah.
Always going to
Yeah.
be love.
Times, there's always my mom says this is okay, but my dad says this is not okay.
Yeah.
It's never been like that with my parents. If they ever tell me something, it's always together.
Yeah.
Because even if my father might not agree with my mom privately, but when they actually speak to us and they're bringing us up, they always put their point across together.
In today's times where consumer lifestyles and peer pressure dictate so much to you, to all of us, like how fragile are relationships?
I think in urban cities, relationships are very fragile as compared to B centers or C centers, because I think that there's a lot of professional pressure, and I think you lose patience because the travel time is so much.
Right.
There's recession as well. There are job cuts. Still, companies are giving pink slips to the employees. So I think you just get a little impatient. You get more self-absorbed, and your professional front takes over your personal front. So I think that's the only reason. And I think since we become more fickle, we become more money-minded, we don't give priority to the relationships. So I think most of the divorce cases or breakups, they happen in urban cities more than the other cities where people are laid back. They have time to stand and stare. They have time to introspect. They have time to spend with each other. So maybe that's why it's more of an urban thing.
You agree?
I just feel like in a lot of ways, maybe it's more of an urban thing, but at the same time, I just feel like with every generation, we're becoming less tolerant.
Yeah.
I think that's what the problem is,
And unforgiving and fastidious.
Yeah, I agree, and it's in a lot of ways. I think I think it's like Shehan Shakti. That's what my mom mom keeps saying.
There's patience.
There's just patience. There's none of that anymore. To just, and if you truly love someone, if you truly love someone, you know how to everybody says that compromise is an ugly word. But if you truly love someone, you learn how to compromise. You learn how to work with them, live with them, and try to kind of figure a way out to make everybody's life easy and better. You have to work it out. You can't ठान नहीं ले सकते कि this is what I want, this is what my life is going to be like. Well, you decided to be partners with someone, be a true partner with that person. You know what I mean?
That's very well said.
And it's very easy to do that. And I swear to God, I've tried that in my earlier relationships, and whenever they failed, it's not because that I didn't try hard enough or whatever said and done. But the day I decide to sign on the dotted line and say that I'm going to get married to this person, I promise you it's about trying, because I've realized this. Because I've seen a successful marriage in my family, and it's very difficult to be married to an actor, where my dad is an actor and my mom is an extremely intelligent, business-minded woman, but at the same time, she knew that she wanted to make this work. So she did everything that she could do to make the relationship and the marriage work. And so did my dad, in whatever little way he could, because they wanted to make it work. My mom's lived all her life in town, like all her life, you know what I mean? All her friends are there, her family was there, everybody was there. But my dad lived in Chembur, so she came from, my grandfather was like a really high post in the bank. So they lived in a house which was like, almost 12,000 square feet with like peacocks in the garden. And they had drivers and they had everything. And my father lived in like a one-bedroom, little small like house in Chembur with like 6 people. My mom got married to him and they moved there.
Fantastic.
You know what I mean? So but you need to make it work, and you need to and you need to be partners with that person, and you need to build your life. And I think people don't have that anymore, because people have become selfish and self-centered, and it's I, me, myself now.
Yeah.
So when you become a partner, you become a unit, and people don't know how to work in that unit anymore. And I've learned it from my mom and dad till now.
Yeah.
Whenever you know, I've seen in my friends as well, a lot of the times, you know, there's always my mom says this is okay, but my dad says this is not okay.
Yeah.
It's never been like that with my parents. If they ever tell me something, it's always together.
Yeah.
Because even if my father might not agree with my mom privately, but when they actually speak to us and they're bringing us up, they always put their point across together.
Oh,
as
unite,
a unit.
Unit.
Yeah, which I think is so important.
Fantastic.
It's really, really important. And I think that's what's lost.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays our generation needs to work on that, that you decide you want to get married to someone, or you want to be partners with someone, or you want to live with someone, or whatever your kind of decision is. If you don't believe in marriage, you're living with someone, you're starting a life together, then you need to work as a unit. And I think that's very, very important.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to ask you, extend that question to you.
Yeah.
That Ayushmann, do you feel that it's easy to blame somebody else and say, I'm done with you?
I think, of course, that's the easier way out.
Yeah.
Since I'm saying that, you know, I said earlier that, you know, you'd run out of patience, and she also mentioned that this generation has no patience. As I also said, that we are also very self-absorbed, if not self-obsessed. We don't look beyond ourselves.
True.
You know, we are so driven in our life that we have to achieve this or that in our personal front. You know, we don't care about others. And we also, more than it's not just being the relationship being with your spouse or your girlfriend, it's also the relationship with your parents.
True.
Like, I can rarely see, or maybe especially with the guys, you know, when they move out of the cities, like smaller cities like Chandigarh or anywhere, and they move to cities like Bombay, they don't even call their parents regularly. You know, they lose that touch with the parents as well. They're so self-absorbed. So I think it's easy to blame and easy to cut yourself out from that relationship. But again, it's about trying, as she said.
Yeah.
You know, it's about trying. It's about also maybe taking a step back. If somebody is probably the equation in the relationship, even in the film, like she's earning more than me in the film. You know, the guys should also kill their egos and think more practically that, you know, it's good for you that your girlfriend is earning more than you.
Yeah.
And you should not be egoistic about it. You know, you should be proud of that person.
Yeah, that's being chauvinistic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Have you ever run up a huge credit card bill in trying to impress somebody?
Not really. I think once in college probably.
Yeah.
Not after that. Since I've started earning, I don't have a credit card. I don't believe in credit cards.
You pay in kind.
Yeah.
I mean cash.
Yes, kind also, sir. You're so kind.
Have you?
Yes, every month.
Huge bills.
Yeah, which I'm paying for, and it's really difficult and painful because when you use a credit card, you don't look at it as cash. You think, this is a magic card that can like get me whatever I want. You don't even see the total because when cash comes out of your bag, you know कि खत्म हो रहा है. But credit card, it just keeps on swiping.
Yeah, superb.
Yeah.
What does a girl expect from a guy before getting into a relationship with him?
Like she expects time and attention, and love, which are basic, which are also, of course, that's also expected. It depends how much, you can't really, these things are intangible. You know, time, attention and love.
Exactly.
You know, you can't really gauge, you can't measure these things.
You can't measure.
अब कितना time चाहिए, कितनी attention चाहिए, कितना प्यार चाहिए, उस पर depend करता है. बहुत चाहिए. लेकिन materialism नहीं चाहिए, वो भी ज़रूरी है.
वो तो बिल्कुल नहीं.
I think it really depends the kind of background you're from.
Yeah.
अगर लड़की, if you're used to a certain lifestyle and you're trying to, or maybe you're in love with somebody who's not doing that well in life, तब थोड़ी problem भी हो सकती है. It also depends on the girl, how well she's doing in life.
No, I don't
like
think
maybe
problem
she's.
होती है.
No,
I mean, at least मुझे नहीं लगता.
That's being impractical.
Yeah, that's being impractical.
Because a girl who lives in a 3-bedroom house and has a shopper and, you know, a maid to take care of her, she's not going to be able to adjust.
My mom did it.
Because your dad started doing well in life.
No, after 11 years and after 3 years of marriage.
Because your mom was completely in love with your father, and she was aware that he had potential to earn really well in life.
That's what I mean. You know, when to get married to a struggling actor is like a huge deal.
You know, same thing happened with me. Like when I got married, I had 10,000 rupees in my bank. So yeah, it's almost the same story.
So
yeah,
that's the making of a beautiful love story.
That's like making of another Anil Kapoor. You realize that?
He's love story. He said, मैं तो
Anil Kapoor बन रहा हूँ.
Do you think
कुछ और ही tangent actor है ना? Eventually.
in today's times is love a bewakoofy?
No, it's the
A
best.
lot of people believe it.
Honestly, I've actually said this on your show. Love makes the world go round.
Yeah.
I think it's the axis that the earth goes on.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
I think why are we working hard for our professions or for love? I think the real need of every human being is love. Maybe from your near and dear ones or from people around. That's love. So we're working towards love somewhere or the other. It's a vicious circle, I think.
Are you like, bas ho gayi?
The most bewakoof thing you've done in love?
Gotten married?
Gotten married early with 10,000 bucks in my bank. But it's paying
That's
off
great.
now.
So, yeah,
But that's
answer your question.
Yeah.
being courageous, I think.
That's a lot.
That's
Could have been
great.
Bewakoofi also.
No, I don't
That was a
think so.
risk.
It's a good risk.
It's a good
good
risk. Yeah.
The greatest mistakes in life are the most fruitful.
I think still I have a crush on Madhuri Dixit.
My dad is scared of my mom.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if he's really scared of her. I just think he loves her so much, he just wanted to be upset.
Finally, I'm going to wrap up with a quick fire round addressed to both of you. 3 bewakoofiyan that a guy does for a girl in love.
I think three Bewakoofians. One will be being somebody else. Number 2 is being being very self-obsessed. Yeah, and not giving attention to your girlfriend. And number 3 will be
Taking her for granted.
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. And 3 mistakes a girl makes.
Overcompensating for things, making excuses for the guy. I know lots of girls who, if her boyfriend doesn't do something, she's always making excuses to her friends. Oh no, bichara kuch ye kar raha hoga, wo kar raha hoga, when he's actually, making excuses for that person. And prioritizing certain relationships over work when they're not worth it, when you don't get the same thing in return. I know a lot of girls who do that.
One Bollywood actor you still have a crush on.
No, I have a crush on anyone.
No? One Bollywood actress you still have a crush on.
I think still I have a crush on Madhuri Dixit.
This is like every boy says this, right?
Every guy says
boy.
I
This is like a
still say
safe answer.
What's a safe answer?
Do you consider yourself romantic?
He's written Pani Da.
Yeah, I write romantic songs.
So
Yeah.
he's like, and with a guitar, he's sitting and singing these romantic songs. I mean,
Yeah, I am romantic, but I think I look more romantic than I am in real life for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a big statement.
It is. I can do better with that.
Do you consider yourself romantic? Of course.
I'm like
No.
retarded. Yeah. I'm not romantic, I'm on the other end.
The best couple in Bollywood.
Again, I don't know, man. I take references from real life couples. I've seen my mom and dad who are poles apart and still so much in love. My mom is from Burma. My dad is a Punjabi. They've been together for the past 32 years.
God bless.
And my mom still can't speak Punjabi. Like she speaks only in Hindi. And Hindi is very pure. My dad's Hindi is completely imperfect. They're so different people. My dad is loud, mom is soft-spoken. I'm more like my mom. And they're completely and madly in love with each other. And for me, that's the most perfect couple.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I think it's my parents as well.
Yeah.
And if you talk about Bollywood, I think I'll talk about dad and my mom.
Yeah.
I think they're amazing.
Yeah.
I love their relationship. I love the fact that my dad is scared of my mom.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if he's really scared of her. I just think he loves her so much, he just wanted to be upset.
Yeah, he's just too much in love with her.
Yeah. I think you all know that. Everybody's like, Sunita's calling me, I have to go home. It's 9 o'clock in the night. I was like, you're an actor. Why do you need to go home?
Over dinner, she asks him, so you want to have one more roti? And that's like, you're not supposed to have any more rotis. He's saying, no, I'm done. So this was a very exciting conversation. And I've learned a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ayushmann. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Omar.
Thanks.